much as I've been dreading and trying to avoid this because this is a very emotional topic for me, I came into darkness, grew up in the darkness, and dealt with a very abusive, I guess you could say psychotic ex-husband who tried to take my life after I asked for a divorce and chased me down with his shotgun. And then, while I was on the highway with the kids, took my tires out with his shotgun. And me and my kids steered out of control. And we were scared shitless to the point that we had to live in the dark and hiding, you know. And this is not the life I wanted for my kids. But I want making this video for the simple fact that any woman that's going through an abusive relationship that is very bad and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I want you to know there is a light and there's always a way out. I spent 7 years on the run. I had given up on trying to get my divorce because in order to get my divorce, I would have had to put my address, and my address would have been publicized, and it was bad enough that he would hunt me wherever I was, clubs or anything. He took videos, he took pictures, he tried to present all this because he was like, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna get you for everything, I'm gonna make you pay for it. And even though he was the one that cheated 3 days after our marriage, which I didn't even want to get married to begin with, my mom manipulated me and brainwashed me and guilt tripped me, so I did get married even though I didn't want to get married, and I tried to avoid it as much as I could. But besides the point is, he was very you know, a mind fuck, because then my kids and I had to live in hiding, feeling like we're living on the run and living in the shadows. And that was not a life I wanted for my kids. You know, to the point that I sacrificed and let go my kids out of state to my family so they wouldn't have to live on the run while their father, my ex-husband, chased me with the gun. He would show up at restaurants and wait to find me where I was going to the bathroom, corner me in the bathroom with the gun and threaten me. So I just want you to know that it is very difficult, but there's always light and you can always find a way. And I know it's extremely hard, especially when you don't have any support, but know that you're capable of doing that and more, and there is a light. There are better days to come, even when you feel at the darkest hours. And I'm trying not to break out crying. And there we go. You know, because it is very hard. It's hard because you feel there's no way out and you feel so deep in the hole. It's like, and I just couldn't see staying in a marriage like that. But, you know, somebody who's threatening you constantly with a gun, telling you how much they're gonna kill you. And my biggest fear was that he might shoot or hurt the babies, especially after he took out my tires and we were on the highway with the kids. I didn't tell him where I was, but he pulled up and right behind me. That's how I knew he was keeping tabs and an eye on me. He kept popping up everywhere impossible. And, you know, there's a couple witnesses to this, but they don't want to be brought into it. And I understand, because we all minding our own business. We want to live our life in peace and harmony. But to any women that you endure this kind of hell, know that you can. He used to tell me, you will never get anywhere. You will never be anything without me. And he will beg me on your knees to take you back. And so I had to let go of my children so they can go in safety while he left chasing me, trying to take my life out. Because I wanted him to be focused on me so that the kids can get away and be safe. Because my biggest fears was he might hurt the children and not even realize it because he's busy trying to get me. Know that anything's possible. There's always an option. There's always a loophole. There's always... I had to take my social media. I had to fully shut down everything. Get rid of my phone. So I could start fresh. And a lot of people didn't even know that that's what's going on. A lot of people didn't know that he was even my husband. And because I was very reserved, especially coming from a very abusive, narcissistic home. Know that anything's possible, no matter how many times they try to break our spirits, no matter how many times they try to sabotage us, you can always come back from anything. Nothing's forever. Everything shall pass, and it goes to passing, and teach you to be grateful for every little thing that we have in this life. The simplest little things, to just be able to sit in peace and not have to worry of somebody hunting you down with a gun that they're gonna kill you or take your children out and you. No. Let's stand up for you, stand up for your children, fight those children, and show those children that you're better off alone, not to stay in a toxic marriage just to show people, we're the best couple, because of what society is gonna say. You know, I got screwed over because he's an ex-Marine, and ever since then, I said I am never ever dating anybody military or whatever branch related. Know that there is always a way out, and I'm still here standing strong. And now he finds himself stuck to a bed, almost lost his life. Now, you know, tables have turned and karma's coming right back at you. I just wished him the best. I left it all in God's hands, and I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to be safe for my children. You know, and I reunited with my children, and I know they were hurt. They didn't understand why mommy wasn't around. But mommy did it for their safety, to protect them, looking out for them. That if he took me on, he'd take me out. Not my children, because my children were my world. They're my everything to me. Especially since I didn't have a mom, and I didn't have a dad there for me. I didn't have no family. Just know that there is always brighter days, and everything too shall pass. Nothing is forever. You can overcome. You can create. Start from zero. Can't tell you how many times I started from ground zero and built myself up, and I got knocked down and fell and built myself up, and I'm still doing it. Just know that anything's possible. You can always find a way out.